we was done for. What's up, guys? We're back. 2B Hero X, another anime review. This time,
I'm just wondering when you're gonna stop being a nasty man. What was that you just did?
that's what he did.
Who's he?
Donatello.
Really, man?
No.
That's mad funny. If only you knew.
What's up, guys? 2B Hero X.
That's what this is, though. An episode review for 2B Hero X.
In collaboration with Aniplex and Billy AnimeIntake has come to give you what you missed. 2B Hero X, Episode 2 review. Episode 1, we gave it a little second to breathe. Now we're gonna really dive into it. We're not with the hype, so we had to watch the first episode, see if it's worth our time. Everybody else, y'all hop in the bandwagon. Yeah, real talk. It's gonna be
Those are strong, I say, those are strong words.
Y'all
I don't think people are gonna take kindly to those words.
They never do.
Real quick, episode 1,
Trash. Episode 1 was trash.
why? I want a reason.
Episode 1 was so Episode 1 was so dirt. Episode It was bad based on all the hype that everyone put around it. And putting that aside, y'all talking about the animation is fire. Whenever I hear about the animation being fire, I feel like it's lacking the stories. I need the storyline, I need the world building, I need to see some character development. Episode 1 was bad because all the hype was around the animation and not even the story. Not only that, the animation was low-key. I watched King's Avatar, fire show. Episode 1 was bad because the villain shot envelopes at the hero.
When you say shit like you hated episode 1 because he was shooting out black envelopes,
Did he not shoot black envelopes?
but
Yes or no?
I just want you to know
Yes, he did. That's what you want to say.
he did shoot those envelopes.
What am I doing?
Point being,
What am I doing? My trust points
your
is
point's
high
not
enough
valid.
that I can block your fear envelopes.
I'm thinking it's a pretty good intro. It's a unique storyline. Like the last few anime seasons have been nothing but isekais. Obviously, this is another hero genre, but it's a different take on hero genre. It's more of the professional side. This is the production behind being a hero, as
Like My
opposed
Hero.
to My Hero isn't the production. That's really them being heroes. Like yes, they do televise it, but this is scripted.
You like episode 1?
Yeah, this is a fresh breath of fresh air for anime that's going on right now. First episode and second episode, which is just a review of.
Jumping into the ratings, episode 2. Despite everything I just said,
Yo, I swear to God.
despite everything I just said, I rate episode 2 an 8 out of 10.
Yo, if I could feel my heart right now, it's not like on some like good or bad. It's just, yo, what's wrong with this guy? This nigga be making my blood pressure go up.
Why?
Because what are you talking about?
You think it's a bad episode? What are you saying?
I'm not saying it's a bad episode. You just continue on what you're saying.
Do you think it was a bad episode?
No, but just continue on. Just continue on. Continue on.
I think it was an 8. I rate this episode. If I have to rate this episode as an individual, it's an 8. It's an 8 because if I take away all the animation transition that they did, which I kind of don't like, it doesn't add to the story for me personally. The story and the world building, I felt a glimmer of it there. Just a glimmer. It's a lot of things that need to be explained that they can now explain for us. It's an 8. It was good. I had no skips. Look, I'm the type of guy, I'm real with it. I give real ratings, real reviews. I'm not a bandwagon. Episode 1 was trash. I could say that easily. Episode 2 was cool. Peace. What about you?
Episode 2 was a good episode. It was on par with the first episode, if not a little worse in the story dimension wise. So I feel like episode 1 led up to. I knew episode 2 was going to be episode 2 based off episode 1.
So what do you rate it?
So I rate this episode I rate this episode a 7 if I would give the first episode an 8. First off, episode 1, great exposition to a plot. First thing you see, man smokes himself. They replace him. Now you seeing that this is the business. This is what's going on. He has a girlfriend. He has a life, this and the third. That obviously this person is either going to know clearly you're not the person who I was dealing with, but if they was going to expand on more, but they didn't. They just show you just hated being there. They didn't necessarily explain hating him because they weren't doing no more. So I just feel like it was like a little missed opportunity there. I seen all of this coming from episode 1 essentially. So That's why I give it a 7 because it didn't expound how I wanted them to.
Both agree. AnimeIntake, guys, gals, your pets,
Whatever you are, we
whatever
love
like.
you.
I'll love you. We cool. 7.5. Let's round up. Highlights. With all the highlights of this one episode, episode 2. Episode 1 had no highlights. Episode 2, I did not like the fight scenes. However, I liked how the episode flowed.
That's your highlight?
Yeah.
Episode flow.
The episode flowed so smoothly. I kind of forgot to ask who JC was. JC is the lady that's kind of orchestrating this whole thing. I forgot to ask, who is she? Who's her boss? What is going on? Part of my problem with this whole show is we kind of jumped into a whole scenario and we have no idea of the world. They never introduced the world at all. All they said was we have heroes, we have trust.
They gave a little exposition in the beginning.
Not enough. It's like a stream. How do you determine what a stream is? How do you determine what a trust is? One person gets one trust, or one person gets more than one trust? What's the point conversion? That doesn't make any sense.
It's a belief system.
But what does that mean?
Like the belief system is weird. It started turning him into another person
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
based on the beliefs. I feel like the same progression that you liked from this episode
Mm-hmm.
is the same progression from the first episode, which has you feeling like, how do we get here? At the end of the first episode, we thought Shorty was dead. The second episode,
Which gets to my hot take.
there's nothing wrong with her, and they're breaking up. So what was that he seen? What was that moment that they created?
I got a theory.
So
I'm cooking it ready.
I did enjoy the fight scene because it's like this is all production. Because even the villain was in on it at one point, but it started to become real because obviously like they were starting the whole backstory. Whatever, if you've seen the episode, you know. Positivity can inspire you to be a hero who can get stronger and do these things. The negativity is making them crazy. Man is changing terrains based off of the negativity that people have around his name. That system is fire. Even with Shorty's powers, they believed in her being with him so bad, she couldn't teleport anywhere else but to him no more. That's fire.
I'll give it to you like this. The bare bones system of what you just explained is cool, right? I want to say super fire or fire.
No, yeah, I'm not.
I'll say it's cool.
I like how it is so far though.
Here's the thing you're not realizing. All Nice can do is fly. That's all they say he can do, right? That's one.
That seemed like super strict as well.
Where did that come from? Because all Moon can do is teleport. And all she can do is teleport with the gun. She just left the gun at Man's house. She can't teleport no more. What is going on? She can only teleport through the gun. How she got the gun before she became a hero? What things are not explained.
It's a tool that helps you channel your power easier and like in a more like refined way. It's all tools.
So she left her tool.
She didn't want it no more. She wanted the easy life. She wanted to be free.
And teleport anywhere you want ain't free.
She was on an island.
And that power is so whack. I can teleport only where you tell me I can teleport. That's not my power, that's your power.
But that's off the belief system. Which is why I'm saying that system is kind of dope.
No, it's not, because if you believe in me, which I know you do, how would I determine what power I get? That's the whole what a stream is. Nothing's quantifiable.
So you came into two. Because like this show, the power system is the idea of this thing. So this is all based on ideas. Essentially, these heroes and villains are gods. They are created by a belief from someone else.
But who determines what their power is and how strong it is? By this system, Nice can potentially have a new power.
Exactly. So if they wanted him to have laser vision tomorrow, because they're like, oh my god, laser vision would be the thing to destroy this character, and everybody started to believe in that, and the belief became strong enough, once the belief becomes strong enough, it can be a thing for him.
Going on to hot takes. I got a big, juicy one ready for you.
Bullet? That was so crazy.
He's like, wait a minute, what?
That was mad crazy. Oh my god. Just keep that to yourself.
I'll share with you guys. My hot take is Moon really died. If this whole system to create heroes between Moon and Nice is anybody can become them and they just kind of turn into them, then she really died and they replaced her. Because what's the point of JC doing all this in the first place? What's her reasoning? She put in that bank, that paper, that Skrilla, that cheese. And what's also cheese is this show. It's an 8. Episode 1 was dirt. So we're gonna average it out.
I see what you're saying. I like the theory. I just think that if that is the case, I didn't like the execution of it. I feel like they just let it go by.
That's the whole point. Because we're gonna come back to it. That's what I think at least. I didn't read. I'm just watching.
I like it, but I'm just saying, like, I just feel like if that's the case, the execution was very poor. Like, I needed to see him at least wake up the next day and overreact, and it just went to some whole other shit.
But he did. He woke up, he looked around, he said, "Where is she?" He didn't.
And she was fine.
Yeah, she was fine.
He didn't think about that shit ever again. He seen her. He didn't question it. Nothing.
Thought it was a dream.
You know, damn well you just walk in there.
Yeah.
But you know, that's not a hit.
I'm trying to shoot him some bells.
The pacing is weird. That's my hot take. This pacing is fine to grasp everything, but this shit is just weird. Like, bro went from this isn't nice. It's this guy who quote unquote died, and then you have this random entity now pull up and make him stronger. I don't know, bro. I feel like they're just doing things just to progress. They're just doing stuff to just
I had
progress.
that same thought because halfway through it, I said, "What am I watching? I don't understand what I'm watching." Episode 2 was smooth, but I did not understand what am I watching. What are they trying to tell me? It's weird. But stay tuned for episode 3 review because we on this every week.
That's been your boys, the Takers, taking off. Dude.
Look, I put the team on my back wherever I go, man.
Here we go,